It may shock you to hear this, but if you're seeing this right now, it's definitely no accident. You performed an act that no one noticed yet, but God saw it, and now the universe has no choice but to reward you in ways you never anticipated. If you watch for at least 12 minutes, you confirm you're ready for the full impact of this message. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 77 so the universe knows you're open. Then leave another comment. Ready for what's next in your natural voice. By doing this, you trigger immediate, tangible benefits and a brand new season of transformation. Chapter 1. You moved in silence while others doubted. You carried out an act of faith or kindness that most people would have broadcast for applause. Instead, you kept it under wraps. Maybe it was a generous donation, a secret prayer for someone's healing, or a deliberate choice to help someone in dire need without bragging. Friends or family might have questioned your decisions, labeling you naive for pouring energy into others with no recognition in return. Yet, you pressed on quietly, sensing a higher calling. Behind the scenes, this move wasn't about being a martyr or seeking pity. You recognized that genuine impact often flourishes unseen. By keeping your intentions pure and letting God oversee the outcome, you sidestepped the Matrix's thirst for instant gratification. Meanwhile, those who operate on superficial validation kept telling you, that's not how the world works. You refused to buy into that cynicism, convinced something deeper guided you. Now, your spirit feels lighter. You can't fully explain it, but you sense the universe shifting in your favor. People who once mocked or discredited your approach find themselves oddly drawn to your calm, or even stumbling upon their own moral reawakening. The Matrix tries to dissuade chosen ones from silent generosity because it knows the unstoppable power of sincere acts done in the dark. But you overcame that tactic. This entire setup has prepared you for the surge of blessings heading your way. As the universe gears up to reward you, remain humble. This new wave of favor can provoke envy or confusion. Some might assume you manipulated outcomes behind closed doors. Let them think what they want. Your quiet conscience stands unshaken, validated by the results unfolding. This affirmation cements the principle: real blessings follow those who invest in good without trumpets. You no longer question if goodness matters. You live it as a daily fact. Reflect on how many times you almost caved to bitterness or showmanship, but your quiet stance set. You apart, showing that chosen ones don't need external validation. God's eyes suffice. Others might chase fleeting praise, yet you watch your life as sin. Because you kept your heart pure in a world starving for authenticity, that purity stands out, drawing resources and alliances that no bragging could ever secure. And that's exactly why your unseen action unlocked a door to extraordinary reward. Chapter 2. Your heart broke illusions by refusing recognition. It's hard to break free from the habit of seeking applause. Society teaches us that public acknowledgement is currency, yet you, in your pivotal moment, chose to remain anonymous. You felt the urge to share, to post about your deed or your sacrifice, but each time you paused, hearing an inner whisper, "Don't do this for show." That still voice in your spirit guided you to keep your motive pure, challenging the illusions that say generosity only matters if it's noticed. This wasn't easy. Part of you craved validation, especially if you'd been overlooked or underappreciated before. But deep prayer or meditation revealed a grander truth. Real satisfaction comes from aligning with God's will, not human applause. By silencing your ego, you toppled delusions about your own worth. You realized your value doesn't hinge on likes, comments, or even overt gratitude. Instead, it stems from the sincerity behind your actions. In that silent sacrifice, you also peeled away illusions in your relationships. People who thrive on drama or attention might have found your approach strange or unrelatable. They rely on external hype to feel significant. Your quiet act highlighted their superficial pursuits. Some distanced themselves, feeling uncomfortable with the moral standard they couldn't meet. Yet those truly aligned with a higher calling found themselves deeply inspired, perhaps even re-evaluating their own approach to helping others. Because you dismantled illusions around you and in your own heart, you stand prepared for blessings that match this elevated consciousness. The Matrix wants to keep good deeds tied to vanity, ensuring they lose spiritual potency. But your hidden act carried cosmic weight, guaranteeing a ripple effect unstoppable by any negative force. This guaranteed effect now boomerangs back, with the universe forced to deliver rewards that match your moral investment. By acting out of recognition, you also tested your heart's purity. If goodness is formed by help when no one sees, it would reveal your motives. But you overcame that test, confirming your gift came from genuine compassion. No wonder the universe responds so. You're the kind of soul the cosmos can entrust with abundant grace, knowing you won't convert it into self-glorification. That readiness sets you on a path few can replicate. It also ensures your upcoming blessings aren't short-lived hype, but stable, meaningful expansions of your life's purpose. Chapter 3. You defied the Matrix by trusting a higher order. People often say, "It's a dog-eat-dog world," encouraging you to snatch every advantage you can. Yet you chose a different code, giving freely or stepping in quietly to help, trusting that a higher spiritual law oversaw everything. This defiance of the Matrix's cynicism draws divine attention. Because you didn't leverage your kindness for gain or accolade, you're about to see a chain reaction of favor that logic can't explain. Your trust might have felt shaky at times. After all, you saw unscrupulous individuals seemingly thrive. You watched them flaunt achievements gained through manipulation or aggression. A part of you whispered, "Am I naive to believe in cosmic justice?" Yet, each time doubt peaked, you recalled the sense of peace you experienced by following your moral compass. That peace replaced any fleeting envy, anchoring you in the conviction that short-term cunning cannot outlast eternal principles. Now events confirm your stance was never in vain. The universe moves chess pieces, placing you in vantage points for unexpected opportunities. Doors you never knocked on swing open, or resources appear exactly when your plan demands them. This synergy is the universe's tip of the hat to your consistent faith. Meanwhile, those who once mocked your futile kindness realize their cunning leads only to fleeting gains or hidden guilt. They either watch in awe or pretend not to notice how your quiet submission to God's ways flourishes beyond logic. In defying the Matrix's dog-eat-dog approach, you also avoided the karmic traps that come with scheming for personal gain. Where others now scramble to cover lies or handle backlash from shady deals, you stand unencumbered. This moral clarity is the bedrock for your next expansion, letting you accept bigger blessings without fear of skeletons in your closet. The universe knows you can handle the spotlight or fortune because you're not attached to illusions. This readiness ensures your new season thrives. Moreover, your example challenges onlookers. They see you unstirred by stress or paranoia. They observe how you still choose compassion when cynics would retaliate. Such unwavering grace rattles them, prompting some to question their own ways. If enough hearts open to your example, that shift could ripple through your workplace, your family, or your community. It's a subtle revolution, all stemming from your refusal to kneel to the Matrix's rules that claim ruthless self-interest is the only path to success. Thus, your quiet defiance of the Matrix is shaping a new narrative, that trust in a higher order outlasts any ephemeral cunning. You'll soon witness how this trust unlocks tangible blessings, like a hush of cosmic applause acknowledging your unwavering spirit. Don't hold back from stepping into this next level. It's what you prepared for, even if unconsciously. The universe is not just responding to your single act of faith, but to the entire posture you've embodied. Welcome the reward. Remember always that humility and gratitude keep the cycle of blessing in motion. Chapter 4. You freed yourself from the approval trap. One key reason your unseen act holds such power is that you detached from the need for applause. Ego craves recognition, but you let your higher self steer. By denying ego the spotlight, you severed a major tether the Matrix uses to control people. Often they act for show, losing authenticity in the process. You, however, found authenticity by doing good in the dark, ensuring your motives remain pure. This liberation from ego didn't come overnight. At times, you yearned for a pat on the back, or at least some external sign that your efforts mattered. But each time that craving rose, you recalled your deeper purpose, serving the divine plan, not seeking human praise. That choice to reject ego's lure is radical. It carved out a reservoir of spiritual authority because no one can manipulate or bribe you with public accolades. If your satisfaction arises from fulfilling a divine prompt, you're unstoppable. Hence, your meltdown-proof confidence. Someone can smear you or withhold compliments, yet you remain calm. You're no longer addicted to external praise, so you can't be easily deflated. Unshake. This unshakable posture sets the stage for God's blessing to pour in. The universe invests in those who can handle success responsibly without letting it corrupt their character. Because you displayed that capacity, the cosmic realm arranges a reward that matches your unwavering stance. The ripple effect of your stance also influences those around you. Some may be used to performing only when eyes are on them, so your quiet approach baffles them. Yet they notice your peace and eventual success, prompting them to question whether the ego-fueled race for recognition is worth it. Your example possibly stirs them to explore genuine motives, to do good without waiting for public affirmation. In that sense, your single unseen act creates a chain of awakenings, each person rethinking how they operate. Inside you, the release from ego's trap heals mental clarity. You don't second-guess if you're worthy or if you're doing enough. You follow your heart and your intuitive leads, trusting that if you abide by spiritual truth, results will align at the right time. Freed from the mental noise of, "Am I measuring up?" you channel that energy into perfecting your craft or refining your vision. That improvement only elevates your readiness for the blessings that now accelerate toward you. So, continuing in this ego-free zone is crucial. Keep your inner compass set on pleasing God and your own conscience, not superficial praise. That interior alignment ensures that once the universe's reward lands, you won't be swayed by flattery or corrupted by newfound wealth or status. Instead, you'll distribute blessings or use them in ways that serve the bigger picture, extending your positive impact beyond your immediate sphere. This is how chosen ones remain unstable, unchained by ego, free to thrive in the light of divine purpose. Chapter 5. Your inner circle realigns itself. As you quietly did your compassionate act, you might have noticed shifts in your relationships. Certain friends or associates, fixated on chasing credit for every small gesture, grew distant. They couldn't grasp why you did something major without broadcasting it. Meanwhile, others emerged, drawn by your sincerity. These new or deepened bonds feel more aligned with your spirit, untainted by envy or competition. That's the beauty of an unseen deed. It reveals who truly resonates with your heart. Some people who stuck around might say, "I knew there was more to you than meets the eye," reflecting how they long suspected your hidden depths. This validation warms your soul, affirming your chosen path. They might ask for advice on how to handle their own quiet struggles or how to break free from the matrix's performance-based acceptance. You find yourself in mentorship roles, guiding them to trust in silent sincerity rather than chasing fleeting applause. On the flip side, individuals who thrived on public displays of charity or bragging about small achievements might sense a gulf between them and you now. It's not that you shame them. Your new clarity simply doesn't align with their approach. They might label you aloof or holier than thou, missing the point that your humility actually fosters deeper authenticity. Without that common ground of seeking attention, your bond with them may fade. Let it. Forcing old ties can hamper your forward momentum. This realignment can sting if it means letting go of long-time acquaintances, but a sense of relief soon follows. Freed from superficial groupthink, you can channel energy into forging genuine connections that bolster your spiritual or creative endeavors. The universe orchestrates who leaves and who stays, ensuring your environment is conducive to the blessings on the horizon. That fresh environment, anchored in respect for your moral code, fosters unstoppable synergy in all you do. Moreover, your new circle sees your generosity or empathy as normal, not bizarre. They too might be chosen or awakened souls, forging a collective, unstoppable force. Conversations become more uplifting. Brainstorming sessions yield more breakthroughs, and emotional support flows without expectation of a highlight reel. The synergy that emerges is exactly what you need to steward the universe's reward responsibly. Hence, the alignment of your inner circle sets the stage for deeper expansions once the cosmic reward hits. Freed from naysayers or showboaters, you can move swiftly, trusting the advice or collaboration of those around you. They share your values, ensuring your blessings aren't exploited by hidden agendas. In this climate of mutual respect, you're poised not just to receive, but to multiply blessings, establishing a ripple effect that touches everyone linked to your destiny. Chapter 6. You sense the universe. Forcing its hand. Whenever you do something unseen with pure intentions, you add weight to a cosmic scale that eventually tips in your favor. Right now, you can feel that tipping point is imminent. It's almost like the universe can't delay your reward any longer. It's contractually obligated to settle the spiritual score. If you've felt stuck or overlooked, that feeling dissolves under the realization that a cosmic law stands behind you, ensuring the boomerang of positivity finds its mark. It's as if every quiet sacrifice and thoughtful deed, tucked away in the unseen corners of your life, has been accumulating interest in a spiritual bank account. The moment for that accrued goodness to flood back to you has finally arrived. And even if your rational mind resists, your heart senses the change in the air. This compulsion the universe feels isn't about you demanding payback. You simply align with a spiritual principle that can't remain unfruitful. Just like gravity guarantees a rock must fall if dropped, so does a sincere act quietly demand a return of blessings. Others might see it as an abrupt windfall, but you interpret it as a delayed cosmic settlement. You hold no resentment for the time it took. You're just grateful it arrives exactly when your heart stands ready. Ironically, the longer the delay, the sweeter the moment of arrival, as though every moment of waiting added depth to your gratitude. Inside, you might cycle between excitement and caution. Is this real? Am I imagining it? The answer arrives in small confirmations, like surprising compliments, invitations, or random solutions to old problems. Each nudge whispers, "Yes, it's real. Proceed." The matrix tries to sow doubt at these final stages, ironically hoping you sabotage your own gift by disbelieving. But you've warded off enough illusions to see them for what they are, fear tactics that fade in the face of your faith. Your past experiences prepared you to identify these attempts at undermining your confidence, ensuring you won't topple easily under last-minute uncertainties. What also intensifies is your sense of direction. Perhaps you lacked clarity on what to do next, but now your intuition sharpens. You feel pulled toward a certain project, place, or relationship. If it aligns with your moral and spiritual compass, chase that direction wholeheartedly. That's because the universe, forced to reward you, often guides you to the stage where blessings can best unfold. In that environment, synergy abounds, ensuring your once dormant potential blossoms fully. You begin to recognize that each opportunity aligns with past lessons you've learned, as though your destiny weaves together every strand of effort and insight you accumulated over time. While stepping into this forced blessing, remain alert to subtle sabotage attempts. People may come out of the woodwork, sniffing out your new wave of prosperity. The matrix drives on infiltration, but your elevated discernment spots ulterior motives before they sink their claws. Instead of reacting with anger, you set boundaries or distance yourself, preserving your space for the genuine alliances that foster growth. This vigilance ensures your new bounty doesn't get siphoned by manipulative forces. Learning how to gracefully navigate these interactions not only protects your newfound blessings, but also reaffirms your commitment to self-respect. Thus, realize the universe is not bestowing favor out of whim. It's compelled by the cosmic principle you triggered. You gave, you served, you withheld self-glorification, thus balancing a universal scale that now tips in your favor. And if you hold your faith steady, the momentum only grows. Each day more evidence surfaces that heaven endorses your silent moral code. Freed from illusions, you step into a life pattern unstoppable by typical negativity, confirming your unshakable synergy with the cosmic realm's highest law. Your footsteps feel lighter and your resolve stronger, because you finally grasp that what's unfolding isn't accidental. It's a carefully orchestrated response to your heartfelt contributions. That certainty emboldens you to keep sharing your gifts, certain that the cosmic boomerang never fails to return blessings to those who act with authentic generosity. Chapter 7. You step into the light of your reward. Finally, you stand on the brink of manifestation, the moment where everything you've labored, sacrificed, and prayed for is no longer just a distant vision. It's unfolding right before your eyes. The large sum of blessings, financial or otherwise, is not luck, nor is it a random stroke of fate. It is a divine outcome set in motion the moment you chose righteousness over shortcuts, integrity over compromise, and faith over fear. Every tear you shed in silent battles was recorded. Every time you resisted temptation when no one was watching. Every act of generosity when you had little to give. And every time you upheld your moral stance despite opposition. God saw it all. The unseen sacrifices you made were never wasted. They accumulated in the spiritual realm. And now the universe has no choice but to release what has been stored for you. As you step into this new season of reward, your perspective must expand. If your vision only stretched as far as paying bills or covering essentials, prepare for something greater. God's capacity to bless far exceeds your small prayers. Enlarge your expectations. See yourself paying off debts, investing in creative ventures, providing for your family, funding community initiatives, and supporting causes that align with your soul's mission. This is not just about wealth, it's about divine purpose. But with great blessings come new responsibilities. Your test shifts from endurance to stewardship. Will you handle this increase wisely? Will you stay humble, grateful, and intentional? The world often corrupts wealth with greed, arrogance, and wastefulness. But you remember the storms, the scarcity, and the silent tests. You know how quickly illusions crumble. That's why you anchor yourself in wisdom, seeking divine guidance on how best to use your newfound abundance. This heart posture ensures that your blessings remain and continue multiplying. Simultaneously, you will notice your creativity awaken. Freed from survival mode, your mind begins to dream again. You start seeing new ideas, new expansions, and new ways to impact others. Perhaps you start a project that changes lives, or you invest in something bigger than yourself. This synergy, wealth plus purpose, positions you not just as a recipient of blessings, but as a distributor of light. Others struggling under the weight of illusions will look at your life and realize that true success is possible without corruption. You are now a lighthouse. You quietly shift the culture around you, modeling a path that defies the self-serving narratives of traditional success. You show that it is possible to be wealthy and remain deeply connected to God, integrity, and service. Your presence becomes a testimony, not just of personal prosperity, but of a higher way to live. So, step into your reward with boldness. Let gratitude guide each next move. You overcame doubt, setbacks, and unseen battles. You stood firm when no one recognized your effort. And now heaven and earth are aligning to pour into you what was always meant to be yours. But remember, this is not the finish line. This is a new beginning, an invitation to live on a higher plane. You are proof that those who persist in hidden righteousness will one day step into the light of their divine reward. You didn't chase the blessing, you became the kind of person who could carry it. And now, no illusion, no deception, and no force on earth can take it away from you.